Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're digging into a really cool idea, the architecture of high intelligence. We're going to explore how brilliant thinking isn't some kind of magical gift, but actually something you can design and, well, build for yourself. So let me ask you this question. It's one we've all wondered about. Is genius born or is it built? Do some people just, have it? Well, what if I told you that the highest levels of intelligence operate less like a mysterious talent and a lot more like a really well-designed building? And that's the whole idea right there. The source material for this explainer argues that what we call genius is actually a set of specific, learnable habits. It's an architecture of thought that you can actually construct for yourself, one habit at a time. So here's our blueprint for today. We're going to walk through 4 foundational habits: questioning assumptions, connecting unrelated ideas, arguing against yourself, and maybe the toughest one, embracing being wrong. And then we'll see how it all comes together to build your very own mental palace. Ready? Let's dive in. Okay, first up, habit number 1, question assumptions. You have to think of this as the absolute foundation of your building. I mean, you wouldn't build a skyscraper on shaky ground, right? Well, a brilliant idea needs to be built on solid truth, not just something we assume is true. So what does this actually mean? Well, in practice, it means breaking a belief down to its most basic parts. Instead of just accepting that's how it's always been done, you start asking why. Why is it done that way? This is what people call first principles thinking, and it is an incredibly powerful tool. You can try this right now, seriously. Just pick a common belief you hold. Could be about your job, your relationships, anything at all. Then really ask yourself, how do I know for a fact that this is true? What's the raw evidence? And from there, just start brainstorming totally different possibilities. It's a simple exercise, but it clears away all the junk of assumption. So once you've cleared away all that rubble, you've got a solid foundation to build on. Now it's time to put up the framework. And that's habit number 2, connecting unrelated ideas. This is the creative structure. It's what connects all the different rooms and floors of your mental palace. This is where the magic of innovation really happens. It's about seeing patterns where everybody else just sees noise. Highly intelligent thinkers, they don't just stay in one lane. They're constantly borrowing ideas from art, from science, from history, and applying them in totally new ways to solve problems. I love this example because it just makes the concept click. Think about it for a second. Jazz is all about adapting and creating in real time, but within a certain structure. Business strategy? It's kind of the same thing. Seeing that connection can unlock entirely new ways of leading a team or reacting to the market. That's the power of synthesis. Okay, so we've got our foundation and a framework. Now, it's time to stress test the entire structure. This brings us to habit number 3, which is all about arguing against yourself. This is how you make sure your ideas can actually handle the pressure. This slide just lays it out so perfectly. Take a look at the default thinking column on the left. That's our natural instinct, right? It's called confirmation bias. We look for things that prove we're already right. But now, look at architected thinking. It does the exact opposite. It actively hunts for the strongest arguments against its own position. See, the goal completely shifts from this ego-driven need to be right to a much more honest desire to get it right. Huge difference. The great physicist Richard Feynman said it perfectly. The first principle is that you must not fool yourself, and you are the easiest person to fool. We are absolute masters of self-deception. So this habit of arguing against yourself, it's really the ultimate tool for intellectual honesty. It's how you make sure the person you're fooling least of all is you. And this brings us right to our 4th and final habit: embrace being wrong. If arguing against yourself is the stress test, then finding out you're wrong isn't a total collapse of your building. No, it's an opportunity for a major renovation. And here's the crucial thing to understand. Every single time you discover you were wrong about something, you've actually been given a gift. You found a weak spot in your thinking. And instead of feeling embarrassed, the architected thinker feels excited. Why? Because now they can fix it and make the whole structure that much stronger. This chart really visualizes the 2 paths you can take. That bar on the left, fear of being wrong, that leads to low growth. Your intellectual progress just flatlines. But when you shift your mindset to the bar on the right and reframe being wrong as an excitement of discovery, your potential for growth just skyrockets. It's a total game changer. So let's bring it all home. We've laid the foundation, we've built the framework, we stress tested it, and we've learned how to renovate and improve. Now it's time to assemble your own personal architecture of intelligence. These are your 4 pillars. First, question the very ground you're standing on. Second, build creative connections between all your ideas. Third, relentlessly test the strength of your own arguments. And fourth, when you find a crack, celebrate the chance to rebuild it even stronger. And that right there is the most powerful takeaway from all of this. Your mind isn't some fixed thing you were born with. It's a dynamic, evolving structure that you are actively building every single day with every thought you have and every question you ask. You are the architect. So now you've got the blueprint. You've got the tools. The only question left is, what part of your own mental palace are you going to choose to build first?